It seems to be this thing going around. I don't know. There's a lot going around right now. It's like a vlogging renaissance right now. But this is part of the quadruple trilogy something that Gina made, and it was a response to the pair who made a video about death and dying. And of course, I must partake in this. It's questions about death and dying, so let's get to it. I think they're like 13 or something. Yeah, 13. Alright, let's go, because I'm not editing this bitch. You people know me by now. 1. Do you want a celebration of life or a funeral? I don't really know that it fucking matters, because based on how crappy our parties have been lately, I don't think anybody will show up. And if they do, we have to say, like, not we, I'd be dead, but we'd have to say, you know, show up, you know, like, at this time, you know, 2 hours before, so our, you know, any of our friends could actually be on time. I mean, we'd be going to the, you know, the funeral would be going on, and Jackie get a phone call. Hello, this is Sam. I'm getting on the highway now. I mean, that's my friends. Like, they're like all chronically late, so I don't know. It sort of depends on how I die, and it sort of depends on, I mean, it's not for me. I'll be dead. It's like whatever the people need who are left, you know. Whom am I worried most about leaving when I die? That's really easy. Jackie. I worry about Jackie a lot. She's told me, like, upright, you know, just completely up front, I'm gonna go crazy when you die. And we all know I'm gonna die young. We've discussed this, I think, yes? If we haven't, that was like one of the first things I told her about myself. I said I'm gonna die young, so you better be prepared. Yeah, so I worry about her, and I worry about the dogs, because I worry how she's going to function. If you've seen P.S. I Love You, sort of the way that she mopes around, like, in her house and won't leave, I will have to have a cleanup crew of friends to take care of her when I'm gone. You can sign up already. Just let me know. Which famous person would I like to have speak at my funeral? I don't really know. I can't think of anybody that, like, because again, I won't fucking be there. I don't know, it'd be cool to have somebody play some music or something. Music's so important anyway to me, so I don't know. If Amanda Palmer can play at my fucking funeral, that would be cool. That would be real cool. I don't want her to speak, she can just play. 4, after you die, for what would you most like to be remembered for? I don't know, I feel like I don't want to be remembered as somebody who was sick. I don't want to be remembered as somebody who... That's Jackie. As somebody who suffered or made people around them suffer. I'd like to be remembered for my sense of humor and for sort of... Pretty similar to Gina. For what I did, not what I was. Or who I was. What is the one thing you would like to have buried with you? Nothing, because I do not want to be buried. Is there anything in your house that you do not want people to find after you're dead? That would be assuming that Jackie would also die and people would be rummaging through my stuff. I guess there are things, but... I don't know. If I'm dead, I'm not going to be shocked, and... Well, we'll get to what I can do about it later, I guess. 7. What do you think people will say about you at your funeral that might not be quite true? I don't know. I think at funerals people tend to over-romanticize people's lives and overstate them in the moment. I think people sometimes are a lot more ordinary than we want, you know, to admit. I don't know what else people might not get true. I think that a lot of people create characters of their friends or people that they care about that aren't really the person at all, and I feel like the biggest untruth or the biggest lie you could tell about me would be to not know me. If you could choose your last words, what would they be? Assuming I could actually speak, because I really have never seen somebody be able to. I haven't seen a lot of people die, but usually you're having a hard time breathing. But I gotta steal them because they're good ones. To die will be an awfully big adventure. If you have a tombstone, what epitaph would you like on it? I don't really want a tombstone, but, so it goes. I don't know. Fuck this shit. I don't know. Legionnaire. I don't know. My friends can pick. There's plenty of funny shit that'll be tattooed on me by that point. Would you prefer to be missed or remembered fondly? Probably much more so remembered fondly. Would you prefer dying suddenly, thus shocking your friends and family, or suffering a slow, painful death over several months so you could say goodbye, settle differences, get your affairs in order? I guess the way I look at this is we all are sort of doing the latter. I think that I try to approach life in the latter fashion, knowing that I could die any moment suddenly, so I feel like life is a slow, painful death. I think that's what it is. I mean, if you're not living, you're dying, and you're always dying, you die every moment, a little bit more. So, I don't know that I have a preference, because you don't get a choice anyway, and I don't know that I could make that decision. I don't think a slow, painful death would be too terribly different from what I've experienced. At least I feel like I would be prepared to deal with it. But dying suddenly would be really, it's a question where I don't think about me, I think about those around me more than anything. Pick one way you would not want to die. Oh, I can't pick just one. I mean, who wants to, dying? I think the number one was I don't want to be burned. I don't want to be burned alive. That would be horrible. Continuing on from there would probably be drowning. Anything that's, being stoned, stretched, or flogged, or anything like that. No, thank you. I don't know. Some kind of nuclear disaster. I don't know, but mostly burned. I can't, being burned alive, that's horrific to me. 13. And finally, if you could come back from the dead, would you help, haunt, or hinder? Well, if you get any of the above wrong, I'd probably haunt. I think I could be helpful, and I think I could be an hindrance, but I think I would definitely, if I had the ability to haunt people, I think I would. Maybe, but mostly something to help them. I hope that I would at least be an intelligent enough spirit to do that. I wouldn't want to demonically possess anybody or anything. Interestingly enough, we were on this subject of death and dying. Well, just afterlife and... Anyway, I found this thing that I'm really interested in, and it's being made into, it's a box that's made, and then after you're cremated, it's pencils, and you use your ashes to make the lead of the pencils, and when you sharpen the pencil, in the side of the box, it actually holds the sharpenings, so every part of you is sort of kept in this box. And I think it's just sort of this ingenious thing of, in a way, being returned to the earth, but in the process sort of being made into something else, being made into art. And I think it's very cool, and Jackie is adamantly against it. Like, adamantly. She's like, no, I would never use them, it would upset me. And it sucks because I have yet to be able to really peg down exactly what I want, what my wishes would be. I don't want to be buried. I guess I would want to be cremated. I don't want to have a headstone. I feel like if and when, the situation occurs, I feel like she would know or be able to feel what was right. She knows me well enough to to know what to do to not offend me. And to be honest, it's not about me anymore. It's really about her closure. I'm not here anymore. But I do have a pretty strong belief in reincarnation, so maybe she should go out and look for a black French bulldog and name her Edgar, and maybe I'll reincarnate as a black Frenchie. I don't know. We'll see, but I think, I don't think that it will be that long before we see each other again. I think a lot of the people that I know and have become friends with, I've known before. Actually, I strongly believe that, because our differences are so big in this lifetime that it doesn't even make sense that we're friends. Yet we are, and on more than one occasion I've had that moment where you look at somebody and you recognize them, but you don't know how you recognize them. It also explains my ties emotionally, like to the Holocaust and to certain periods of history. It explains why as a kid I had flashbacks from the Holocaust, and I didn't know what the Holocaust was until I was in high school. I had no explanations for dreams that I had. I can remember having them at like 2 and 3, and they were more vivid, and they've sort of disappeared a little bit as I've gotten older. So that's what I believe. It's sort of the Buddhist in me. Anyway, this is real long. Death and dying and shit. Take care and be well.